keeps on burning. Hey, fire, make another flame. Who say down to the wire? I might crash and burn, but I'll get up again. Higher. After wave comes another wave, like when they say my name. I can't take it, I won't fake it, no, 'cause my tears ran out. Might sink, but I won't drown. Nobody's stopping me now. And I'm breaking through the glass, running like never before. And I'll never move so fast.
Mic check, 1, 2. All day, every day.
Like a wall, like a fall, I got so much to offer. See my dark side, I don't hide no more, 'cause promises mean nothing if they don't sow from those seeds. And finding strength in a new belief in me. I can't take it, I won't fake it, no, 'cause my tears ran out. Might sink, but I won't drown. Nobody's stopping me now. And I'm breaking through the glass, running like never before. And I'll never move so fast. I'm running to whatever's in store. My river, my river, my river, never running dry. My river's never running dry. Never breaking through the glass, running like never before. And I'll never move so fast. I'm running to whatever's in store. Never running, river, never running, river. Step forward and drive. My river's never running dry.
All day, every day, Captain Van Hammer. What's up? Daddy painting in the chat. We got Coil Daddy. 1+ A's with the resub.
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up. I'm the literal best of all days, coming to you live from that Beats Lab, Citrus County. We're doing it again. Need to be sub for Vessel of Hatred. 1+ A's? What is that? What do you mean? Hey, Kruger, what's up, man? The Huff. I didn't see you there. Sir Crow painting. JDA. Finishing up work, the Huff. Okay, Kruger, posted up whip. Yeah, man. What possess says you have Cascade Clash, October 5th. Vessel of Hatred, October 8th. Yeah, I think I have Vessel of Hatred, October 8th, and then I think I gotta be at the Tampa Open that weekend. So I get to play it like 2 days. Right. Captain Banhammer watching the hospital today? Oh shit, what happened, man? Did I check out the new PC Warhammer game, K. Kruger? Space Marine 2? No. Fucked your backup a few days ago? Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. Keeping him rusty. But Angel's Box arrives tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. What you been up to, man? They're saying the best Space Marine game ever done so far. I saw a couple of screenshots. Captain Banhammer, I'm super sorry to hear that, man. So I was fucking around in the shop today and I realized, I was like, looking at hoodie promos in the past, and I realized I can make an all over print hoodie. It's not cheap, but look at this fire ass beast mode hoodie. That shit fucking slaps. Okay, Kruger. I've actually made some progress on the warp talents. I'll show you guys. So, as of right now, the fall hoodie is top D Grand Prix paywall locked. So it's top tier month ender price. So you need entries into the bottom 4 to pick it up. Where you pray is that pizza. The hoodie? Recoil's mom in chat, what's up? Go Boy said, did you say you're going to the Tampa Open? Yes. Keeping it rusty. Still rocking the Wah hoodie from yours from 6 years ago. That's so sick. That's right, K. Kruger. Winter is coming. Recoil, that's why I'm not playing it. Like, the graphics look sick. Bringing our game to life looks sick. But, man, I don't play, like, third-person, run-around, shoot-'em storyline games. Like, it's just not tight. Watching on low resolution to conserve data. Oh, it's Beast Mode 4 Loco, dude. Go Boy, I think it's that same weekend. What Bless Save says, get unlimited data. He lives in Canada. They don't have unlimited anything. Replay like Fallen Leaf Cam. Replay, it's just the fucking 4 Loco cam, man. The one that we've used over and over again. Like from the koozies, everything. No, there's no additional thought process. Go Boy, we're flying back on Saturday. Yeah, I don't know. Let me look. I have to Google the event. So that's how it works. Tampa Open. What do you think? So, it looks like what's the actual event schedule? How do I even see the details? You think they sent me a fucking email? Event lasts 2 days, 8 hours. Oh, here's a player's pack right here. What the hell, man? They just sent me a bunch of PDFs. The fuck? GT? So, are they gonna tell me? Okay, round 1 is Friday. So we're playing 1, 2, and 3 on Friday. Saturday, we just play round 4? That's all you do? No, 4, 5, 6, there it is. So we wrap up. Here, let me just get this for you. Let me just. That's the Friday schedule. I just Facebooked you. So we're actually playing on Friday. OnePlus A says has refused the Four Loko can, has reused the Four Loko can more times than he reused the Marshall Cliff. Captain Panhammer. Need that Four Loko hoodie. You know what's crazy? It's wild OnePlus saves. Check this shit out. This keeps happening. So, in the build planner, as you can see on September 4th, I posted my Season 6 build based on PTR, pre-PTR root word application. The root words were not live until today, but all the information was out. So I posted my Dust Devil Earthquake build to my crew, Thick Hogsman. And then the rune words go live today in the PTR. And look, 4 hours ago, Best Barb, Earthquake, Dust Devil. My builds are always out to my crew before, like, days before the internet. Always. I was 2 weeks. I had the Whirlwind Bleed Dust Devil builds operational in my build planner for my crew 2 weeks before they realized it was the strongest Barbarian last season. Just like I had Hoodie that first season when everyone was doing Whirlwind. Remember that season? You're like, yo, Whirlwind's just the best because it's like, Hoodie's pretty gangster. And then it was so OP they fucking had to nerf it twice. Bro, you can't teach what I have OnePlus is. Just this OP. Barb just has no top players. It's just me, dog. Are you on the Rob hate train now, too? Rob is my spiritual barbarian leader. He had the most innovative D3 barb builds. And he barely even used to stream back in those days. He would just post his builds. Wuji is pretty, like they're all D3 guys. Thing is, Rob is like always looking for the most powerful barb. That's his thing. So now that the game is different than it used to be, and here's the other thing, is these guys only know what they know. That's what I was telling somebody the other day. They were like all like Rax, Wuji, Rob. They're D3 guys. They're like D3 blasters. They know exactly what I know about D4. They don't know any new things. There's no other thing. Right? They only know what they know. And it's much less than what they knew about D3. So like they're good at providing information to the masses, like in D4, but they're not like savants at D4 because they've been playing D4 the exact same amount of minutes as I have. So like there's no exactly, and there's other people besides them. It's just people are used to going to Rob, Rax, and Gucci. Like Crip. All right. Exclamation point fall hoodie. That's my only promo. More entries you get into the top 4 this month, the better chances you are at getting this extremely exclusive hoodie that's not for sale. And I'm gonna add other hoodies to the collection as we go. The fall collection is the most prestigious, classy fall wardrobe collection on the internet. So I was workshopping my warp talents because I have to be ready for the Warhammer Open, and we're in between Diablo seasons, so therefore it's painting time. So got 10 of these guys. Shout out to 1+ Saves actually for sending them to me. And I've painted so many warp talents in my life. They're always a nightmare. But I workshop something kind of easy, in my opinion. So what I'm doing is I'm spraying them black, dry brushing them up with the magenta. Then I'm building off of the dry brush magenta, and this one taught me I can go harder. So I'm going to re-dry brush these guys harder. And so what we're doing is, instead of airbrushing any type of dynamic armor color, it's black. Same lesson I learned from the Blood Angel. Right? So the armor's black. We're going to dry brush the shit out of them so we get a bunch of the trim done. And then we're going to reinforce the trim without really caring too much about getting it on the armor. And then you just go back in with transparent black and black out those little windows. And then what I do is I mix a little blue with the transparent black and just kind of stipple it in toward the bottom so you see we're getting that bluing. And then we just drop a couple of inner panel edge highlights. It's really not that many. There's like 5. And so you see they are also sub-assembled, right? Got, whoops. Don't drop it. We got the shoulders. They're going to be blue, right? Because edgelords. So predominant black and pink, blue shoulders. I've got the jetpacks, the jump packs. These are probably going to be pink. We'll just put some nice hot pink on that. And I've got the heads, which are probably going to end up being black, just like the armor, because you don't want to jump around so many different places. But they also could be blue. So I'm not opposed to that. But sub-assembling like models like this and airbrushing them sexy and putting it back together can make the models look much better. And the claws, it's a test if I'm going to do pink claws or flame claws. So I'm gonna get that. I just locked in a little bit of magenta. I'm gonna dry brush them with pure white, and then I'm gonna glaze them yellow to see what happens. If I like the way that looks, that's what we're going with. But the claws are signature on these guys. So currently it's a pre-highlight test for yellow. But they don't look bad with pink claws either. So if I end up not liking the flame pattern, pink will ride. But see, we get some really strong contrast, keeping the armor so dark versus, you know, this where it's predominant blue, right? With black trim, they're predominant black with the pink trim of blue accents. And there's the flame sword, and so I'm thinking something similar to that for the claws. That's my whip. Okay, Kruger, flame does. Yeah, flame is where my heart's taking it right now. Here is our squig. I think today we can start working on the rider a bit. Let me switch out parchment real quick. Let's get this orc locked in. What color did I use on the teeth cake, Kruger? It was golden brown, some white. I was expecting this text. Did I get the wrong one? Uh-oh. I'm talking Tamagotchi talk right now. All right. Yeah, Banhammer. What's the best way to get my new address? Get my new address? Just hit me up on Facebook. All right, let's figure this out. So we got to paint up that big ass sword. So let's go with a good one. Classic. This is black blue. Get a little water. Grab our number 6. So let's. Well, let me grab a little bit of a paper towel. Here we go. All right. So what we want to do is just get this nonsense blocked in. We're just raw dogging the black blue. Using heart pull. Straight off the palette. Just a little bit of hair, I think, in there. Looks perfect. All right, let's move over here. Part pull that in. And black blue works great for an initial laydown for any kind of NMM, in my opinion. If you're going to do any kind of fake metal effect, the black blue works great because then you just need to start you just basically add white to it. Okay, Kruger, you're saying ocean blue is like this from Army Painter? Also use it on his robot nonsense back here. We're using stipples and heart pulls. Still using our number 6. Always be rotating. Oh no, squig down. Let's move the squig out of the splash zone. Good spot for him right here. We're painting up this Commander Warp Spine right here. Robot nonsense? Are you not a target for the AI when the robots take... No. The robot overlords know I speak highly of. I refer to nonsense as painting annoyance. The superior geometry and intricacy of this obviously superior robot skeleton is just more frustrating for my flesh hands to paint. Yeah. Trying to not get that on the skin. This is why we opened up his hand. We wanted to see this robot torso. That's why we spent so much time on this. You're gonna learn a new paint technique today, Kate Kruger? What paint technique is that? You know about blue for metal? Switching to this soft round dry brush. Because it's easier for this kind of stuff. One of the best paintbrushes to apply smooth base coats with is a soft round brush like this. Because you can just raw dog it and push it into all the recesses quite easily at the same time. Now, because we've got so much freedom on this arm, we can do while it's still wet. Grab some white. And we can use that same dry brush. Pick up some of the white. And we can just kind of stipple it in while it's still wet. And kind of like preset some highlights and transitions from off the elbow, off the shoulder. Using the moisture. Grab some of the darker mix. Kind of just stipple in some basically blue-gray. We'll let that dry up. We'll use that as a base for future nonsense. Okay, now here, different story. This is a major element of the model. Let that dry. So what we have here is a sword. And with a relatively skinny blade. So just like all swords, what we want is the tip of blade to be bright. And so this is just the same color with some white. You want to keep a center that's dark, so bright, dark, bright. Classic tri-blend. While it's still a little wet, go back to the dark blue. Kind of stipple that in right here, and you see because it has these huge serrations, it's actually kind of easy to blend. What you want is to get a little whiter here And here, go back in time, grab the old mix, just kind of heart pull into it. And a little bit of the darker blue. It's just blue. It's just the black, blue, and the white. See, I want to bring a little of the blur into the next serration. This side, grab some white. Grab some of the old mix. Grab some more of the black blue, and you're just kind of eyeballing dark to bright. It's kind of easy to do when it's still just a little wet. Now, we also need to consider. Now, this kind of blade is actually easy as fuck. You don't actually even have to do anything to this part. If you want, you could just completely leave this the dark version. Erase your over spray basically. You can leave it like that and then kind of just do a little bit of a fade up here. Just a bi-blend all from the top. See, just by keeping it a little wet and just heart pulling along the shape, you're able to get a pretty easy capillary blend. As long as you're just balancing it with where it needs to be, using our respect philosophy, either more blue-black or more white. And you see the moisture blurs it. Let that dry for a second. And we're just using the heart pull, and mostly what you need to be paying attention to is the brush stroke we use. Pick up a little white. Heart pull along that shape. Let that dry for a second. It's low. It's relatively low opacity too. We're kind of like working a wet glaze there. But what we do want is some black. Can this be done with an airbrush? Yeah, man. You could use like some masking tape or whatever. I mean, honestly, it's pretty easy to do with an airbrush without any masking tape. So here's some black. Probably have a little too much moisture in the brush right now. What we want to do is bring that black in, then grab some of the blue black, then grab some of this highlight version, maybe a little bit of moisture now. You want the moisture to help blur. So see, we're just bringing it dark off the blade upward. Right here. Heart pull. Now grab some of the blue. And that's just a brute force blend right there. Now grab some of the white. Maybe touch the moisture. A little bit more of the white mix. So I've got the foundation laid out right there. We still got tops and stuff like that. Like right here. Let me get some love in the chat. Hero Quest fans. So you definitely want to get kind of like a similar blend here. See that? And I'm just doing a heart pull here. Some black blue. You see? A little bit of moisture. Or just kind of that dark bright, you see? And then we're going to start detailing some of this stuff here. Let me downgrade brushes. What we want, Hero Quest fans, is to get a little whiter. I'm gonna run a super white edge highlight right there. And now I'm seeing the kind of the structure of this tooth. We're just running a tracer. But what we need to do is clean this up a little bit right here. So let's do a bit of a color match. Kind of erase some of that black right there. And the thing is, there is an angle to this blade. And so you want to make sure you get all angles edge highlighted. You see? Like right there. Now the problem is this bevel right here is kind of gangster. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see how lucky we are. Can we get a tracer on? If you lay your brush flat enough, you can run that, you can rock that tracer. High opacity, low moisture. Shallow as fuck. Little bit of mistake right there. We're gonna have to just heart pull Raw Dog right here. You know, it's almost better to just heart pull it. I got a little bit too deep in the black, but that's fine. Because I can still clean that up pretty easy. So the big reveal on any NMM outside of the tri blend and the plane shift is the edge highlight. That's the number one technique you need to have in your arsenal. Hero Quest says the cork is a good idea. Yeah, it's old school tech, man. Gives a Game Envy product too. Okay, let's see if we can get some tracers here. Some of these edges are very, like, rounded off, very cartoonish. Fork style. So there's going to have to be some cleanup here. High opacity, low moisture. You see right here, we've got this line. I want to bring a little bit more white right here. Hero Quest fan. Yep, sometimes you just got to soak those brushes, man. Now what I'd like to do right here is I'd like to flip this around. Let's go back to our black blue. See where that line is, we need to plane shift that. That's the rules. So we need to bring the white in, possibly top quadrant, and then kind of reorient it so the shadow is against the edge highlight, like so. And that's so as long as you follow the plane shift rule, the effect is pretty easy to do. The techniques are edge highlighting, glazing, and wet blending, but you don't need to do the wet blending. You can sometimes just do airbrushing and glazing. Or just layering. But if you can't do that edge highlight, you can't do it. See? That's the big thing that people don't realize. Is if you can't crisply edge highlight, your NMM's always gonna look a little weak. That's just tracing. bottom. Let's get a little bit more white right here. With a heart pull. This is why I wanted to use this big ass sword. Because the Vega Claw unit can't get anywhere near that. And on the Squig, you're just tuning in, we have like Wish.com enemy. And so we're just doing the more badass version here. Example, we've got this cylinder right here, so let's get some black, blue, and white. And I'm going to box it out. A little bit more white. And we're going to frame it right here with a tracer. Frame some borders. And maybe just get one more cylinder line. Right there. And then let's make sure this nut is correct. Oh yeah, Recoil talking about fixing our database. Let's fix. See, the advantage here is we know everything is just black, blue, and white. So I can fix mistakes with little targeted glazes pretty easy. Low opacity. Pretty easy to eyeball. So where I see I got out of bounds. I can clean that up pretty smooth. Let's grab a little low opacity black. Right here in the center. Let's grab the black and clean up our line again. So I'm going to put an opposing line up against the highlight to also erase irregularities. Let's grab a little bit of the blue. Let's lower the opacity a little bit. Some water. Coming at it with a pretty low opacity mix. I'm going to use that to glaze that white line a little bit and make it a little fuzzier. Did I ever paint minis with oil? The Los Otitos? I have, but I don't recommend it. I'm going to take some more low opacity black. I'm going to try to create like a little inner highlight, kind of heart pull, moving away from the center. See that? Like box it out a little bit. The blacker you go and the whiter you go, the shinier it is. So for the sharp blade, that works really well. Might take a little right here. Let's go back to some white and black blue. I think I can do a better job right here. Boom. So you see, we got some like totally shiny blade. Easy peasy. Los Petitos says, what you think about this technique? About using oils? Oils let you do like things like wet blending and other blending techniques much easier because they have a long work time and reactivation because of the way the odorless spirits basically dissolves the paint. So, you know, like this kind of blending can be frustrating with acrylics. So then you might be tempted to go to oils and you'll have some success instantly. The problem is that like I teach people, man, 5 days a week, and I have students who are like baller artists come to me because they're like done with oil now, because the problem with oil is like that's like as good as you're ever going to be. Like the whole point of acrylic is that it's advanced science, bro. It's better, superior tech. And oil paint's old grandpa paint. It's literally fucking oil and like linseed oil pigment mashed together. It's fucking grandpa shit. So like part of this advanced product, this acrylic polymer, is you got to get fast. So you have to learn the techniques of speed and efficiency, and it's all with water, which is, in my opinion, easy once you understand moisture behavior. So I'm teaching like Kalini right now, and if you guys ever follow Kalini's stream, he's fucking ridiculously good at painting, but he paints with oil. And he's like, I'm done with this shit, dude. Teach me how to paint with acrylic, man. He fell into the oil trap. So what we're doing is we're just using black, blue, and white, semi-opaque, kind of wet, and we're using the heart pull to build quick little blur. Right here. And it's okay if you can see the lines too in a mem effect. Los Batistas, I use retarded acrylic. It won't make it like oils. It'll just give you more work time and, in my opinion, more frustration. Because one of the things that's happening with oil paint is that the solvent isn't just reactivating it, it's dissolving it. It's like breaking it down. So the retarder is not going to do that. It's just going to make it take longer to dry. And eventually it'll get to a tacky state relatively quickly that you can't work with. So a product that's a little bit closer to oil is this product, the Noosh. This definitely will make it a little bit closer to oil. But the real power move is just to not use that shit and just use water and get fast. So high opacity, low moisture. Which is raw dogging acrylic paint. Messed up right there a little bit because of angles. And these ledges are not really that sharp. They're very cartoonishly round, fork style. So we're going to clean some of that up. This side is worse than the other side. Yeah, Noosh is a new product. It's pretty good. Okay, I'm just going to eyeball right here and try to clean up my mistakes. With low opacity. See if I can reinstall a white line. I think I'm going to have to just hard pull it. Right there. I don't think you get to trace that. Let's grab a little black. Low opacity. Right there. So the same thing we did on the other one. Where we kind of box it out. Or just using the heart pull. There we go. Let's grab some high opacity white. See if we can draw in our heart pull right here. This can always gets a little tricky. But the heart pull is the most precise brush stroke you can do. Fucked up. I missed that dip right there. Then my brush went down in there into the crevasse. But I'll be able to come back from that. Not a problem. So we'll just grab some more of the black blue. Kind of eyeball value level that we're at. Semi-opaque and a little wet. Let's grab a little bit more. Be a little darker than that. Back it off a little bit. A little bit wetter. Whiter. So just kind of stippling in right here. And the thing with the metals is that you can brush strokes are fine actually. When you're doing a bit of a reflection. So let's take a little bit of watered down black blue again. And we want to just kind of glaze, filter over this white line. Subdue it. And then we're going to have to take our black again. And we're going to have to just draw a counter line to erase some of our mistakes. Right there. Sharpen up our white highlight edge there. Grab a little bit more white. Reinforce a couple of lines. Up past a little moisture. Here. All right. High opacity, low moisture white again. We want to get our mix going here. We got to get the cylinder, this tube. So we're going to run a line right here. Heart pull. Kind of want to box it out. A little bit more white in the mix. Lower the opacity a little bit. Rotate. There. Let's get a little bit more darkness involved. Let's get a little white. Brush it on that nut. Lower the opacity. Ah. Ginger Beef says, I have to tune you up and down throughout the stream. The number of times I hear is the first thing when I turn you back up is high opacity and moisture. It's fucking crazy. I should tell you something. The most important technique is the high opacity, low moisture technique. 5 Yodocs. Which technique is that? High opacity, low moisture. I'm going to take a drop of white and a whole bunch of noosh. Like 80% noosh. Ten Yodocs. Someone answer that. High opacity, low moisture. What is that? We're going to do a heart pull. There's 90% noosh. See that? You can see the water, but this is what's actually there. You see the moisture drying? This is actually what you see. Base coat and layering. I mean, base coat and layering, I tend to do high opacity for sure. Red coat. So airbrushing is low opacity, low moisture. Edge highlighting is high opacity, low moisture. Washing is semi-opaque and kind of wet. Glazing, low opacity, low moisture. So edge highlighting is probably the most important technique because it gives you the crispness that you require, that you desire at all effects. And that's probably why Ginger Beef hears me saying it all the time. Yeah, it's gotta go back to your study cards, man. Moisture Instinct, Moisture Instinct 101. Go back to your webinar timestamp and your syllabus. Let's get some burnt orange. Checking to see if anyone's paying attention, Ginger Beef. No, I was just trying to figure out why you always hear me say that particular combination. But yeah, it's because edge highlighting is super important. Here's some burnt orange. We're going just a little stippling. We've got mostly raw dog, and raw dog is high opacity, low moisture. But I have a little noosh in the brush still, so it's not totally opaque. Which is fine, because we've got that gray there. And it'll stick to the gray, and if it's not totally opaque, at least it'll be a little desaturated. One plus saves. What raw dog it is. Let's grab a little yellow ochre. One plus saves. Mixed with the burnt orange. We're just heart pulling for the like a layering technique. No blurring or blending. We're just kind of color matching. Split the difference using respect, and we're just dragging a highlight essentially toward the top. Now from this viewing angle, we're probably going to just hit a center. Let's rinse it down, reset, get yellow ochre in its pure form. Got a little moisture in the tip, so it's gonna be a little translucent here. Make a smaller incision. We're going for like an orky or bronze color. We're going to go dead center. Now we have to highlight those, so let's take the ochre. Run a tracer, high opacity, low moisture. Hold your breath, swing it from right to left. Rotate, always be rotating. High opacity, low moisture. To see how important this technique is to locking in the effect. Be rotating. Cognizant of your tip penetration. And this blade is a focal point, so you don't want to skip details on the sword. Rotate. Biddly Fits, what's up, man? Now let's grab some white. White's mixed into the ochre. Let's get a little bit down here. Those nuts. Stipple. Stipple. Probably want to balance the design out. Probably want to put that same color here. And then we'll block that big nut back into silver. We're gonna need to paint. Thinking burgundy for the wraps. And I'm gonna mix a little black with the burgundy. Right here. Guess what I'm about to say. Any guesses? High OP, low moist. That's right, Ginger Beef. That's where your control comes from. Precision. Some stippling right here. Grab some of the ochre, mix it in with the burnt orange again. Get a little water. Let's cut the stipple in right here with some more orange. That's like semi-opaque and a little wet right there. Feeling that. Let's grab some raw dog ochre. Gonna run a little bit of a tracer and a heart pull. Just some stock ochre. See, we're kind of just framing it out. Get a little white. Lower the opacity. A little white ochre. Stipple in right here. A little bit less white, a little bit more ochre. But there'd be a nice discernible highlight right there. Let's go with pure white. Let's go back to our grays. Can anyone comment to color theory on why having this blue gray works so well, right, in this situation? Rather than just a stock gray. Ginger Beef says because it's a lot of blue in shadows naturally. It's mostly what shadows are. That's a true statement. Not the answer, though. The color theory answer. Red coat figured it out. Now, and why does it look so good? Right? It looks so good because it's not in your face. It's sneaky, right? It's not Denver Broncos up in here. There is a metal that you buy. You're like, yeah, that's the color metal. And the blue's embedded in it. And we've got an orange. But it's desaturated in many ways and trends toward yellow, but it's there. So that tasty visual cue makes you happy. And it's, since we tuck it in there, that's the secret. And then partial to that is that warm and cold colors always look good together. So that blue, cold, orange and yellow, hot. So you've got two things working in favor of why that sword looks so visually appealing. So let's set up to do a whip session. That's also we put red and purple in on this squig, which is going to always look good next to green because of the same philosophy. Since we tucked, you literally watch me spray bold power red. It's multiple filters into the skin, and transparent red. So the red is there, and so that looks good next to green. So we tuck that in instead of making them Christmas tree red and green. They're both off green and red. And the reason we use golden brown in the teeth is because he's also purple. We put purple in him. So there's purple hidden in him. And since the teeth started basically yellow, we use straight up golden brown, which is classified as a yellow. And then we highlighted them white, but they are straight up, have so much yellow in them. They look really good next to purple. So we just like sneak little color theories into our models. And if you give yourself over to that philosophy, you'll have some fun. But all of that is so less important to the most important rule of painting miniatures that it's nearly inconsequential and meaningless. The highest truth of miniatures is value-based contrast. The dark stuff needs to be dark, and the bright stuff needs to be bright. These recesses need to be dark, and these edges need to be bright. That trumps everything. That's where visual contrast comes from. Color theory, I don't give a fuck. You can have the dopest color theory in the world, but if you can't make the edges bright and the shadows and the recesses dark, your model looks like shit. So you don't need to like overthink color theory, because realistically, this sword could have been any combination of fucking colors, and if you painted it like that, it looks sick. Color theory is like massively secondary. So like if people are like studying color wheels and diagrams and trying to get good at color theory, stop. Put that, you gotta refund that effort into getting good at edge highlighting and airbrushing and pen washing. Okay, exclamation point whip, guys. Ugh. Judge B says color schemes, I would think, are more important in the model's overall scheme. You can fuck up following the color wheel. Like I said, if you went red and green and Christmasized it, fucked up. And if you're focused on it as a rule, you may end up having cartoonish looking models. What matters is, can you embed dark lines in the recesses? Can you embed bright edges on the sharp corners? That's where visual optical sharpness and focus for the human eye comes from. Colors are just tasty, but you know, GW has a bunch of box art. Follow the box art, but if you can't execute the shadows and the highlights, the recesses, doesn't matter. Let's kick it over to Discord, y'all. Sixth. K. Kruger, you in here? Sorry, guys. I had some voice notes I have to listen to. I was muting myself. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go take a pee break. Exclamation point whip. Mic check. Mic check. That's right, recoil. 32mm scales like that. Kay Kruger. Lorecraft. My first figure painting at this size. Captain Banhammer.
Strongman highlights equals strongman contrast hash strongman forever.
Oh, was it? Were you doing the emote? Let me get some strongman love chat in the chat from my man Captain Banhammer. Thank you so much, bro. This slaps. Bro. Bro. Let me get some hype in chat right here. So tight. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. My dude. Captain Banhammer, thank you so much. Fall Hoodie. Top D. Grand Prix. You have to be in the Final Four as many times as you can this month to win it. Gem attempt 1. Oh, there it is, baby. Look at that motherfucking perfect ass gem.
His name is John C.
Elro! Let me get some strongman love and chat for my boy Elro, dog. Let me get the hype train rolling for Elro. Elro, thank you so much for helping me out, supporting me. Shout out to my boy Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy. He's doing his effects lessons and the 201 career. Oh, bro, this is looking good. Look at that. Look at the yellow glazing here. Good job on the arms. I'm seeing these guys snap together using our. We workshopped a paint strategy. Hell yeah, dude. Look at this. These guys are obnoxious. Look how smooth these guys are looking now. Good job, man. What is going on here? This is some wild shit right here. So you're blocking in some yellow highlights, and are you trying to do like the cape is going reactive environmentally? Are you gonna back glaze the black back into the yellow to clean up this the fat lines and sharpen them up? Active camo nonsense. A lot of lines you want to clean up on the two. Dagger guy is gem attempt 2. Where? There's nothing. I can't see anything in this. You're gonna have to upgrade your photos, dude. What the fuck is this gem? On the dagger. Oh, you haven't done it yet. You're. Another deck of cards, baby. Ryan Nexus. I haven't played it yet. My first Pariah games will be at Tampa Open with the Edgelords, baby. I gotta get 10 Warp Talons painted. Which I can do, but also 2 Lords. And Terminator armor, like I was talking about. They're secondary, though. I can replace them. But I have 2 units of Warp Talons, 2 units of Possessed. And my Packbound Zealots list with the Lord of Skulls and the Hellbrute, the Warpsmith, 3 War Dogs, some Cultists. And I want 2 Deep Striking Terminator Lords. For secondary nonsense. They look really good on paper for me. With their halves all damage, 2 up, 4 up, T5. 1 mark of Nurgle. He'll be like this side of the table. With they can do a free stratagem every turn. So he can do like free Dark Ops, or whatever they call it now. Free Lone Op. And then the other guy is Slanesh, and he has a fatal pain, but like they can like rapid egress for free. He can advance charge for free. They can skin shift for free. So like they're just like little like self-supporting efficiency batteries of I show up here behind this wall, grab this objective, and it's gonna take 2x, 3x times the firepower to remove them than you mathed out in your head. Monument hobbies with the raid. Can I get some strongman love in chat? So like I want them in the list. And I like showing up with shit with wacky shit. You know what I mean? That's my deal. Elro. Looking good, man. Anyone tuning in from the Monument Hobbies stream, exclamation point whip if you want to get in on this whip action. Tried to follow the NMM recipe from the Lord of Change in this armor. Yeah, you did. You put all the stuff in the right place. You're just missing one crucial thing, which was we've been talking about it for like a half an hour. Did you just tune in? So we've been painting that sword. This keeps coming up, is that the most important technique to the effect is edge highlight. Strong, crisp lines. That makes the jankiest of NMM deployment look correct. So that's what this guy's missing. So NMM as an effect is relatively easy to wrap your head around. It's the techniques that are prerequisites to make it challenging for people. Oh, yeah. And like the other rule is like the blacker and the whiter you go, the shinier it is. Any other whips? Whip it out or forever hold your whip. Exclamation point fall hoodie. Our promos this month are, as we move into the cooler part of the season, we're bringing back some new all-over hoodies. In addition to bringing the B-Boy Stance Swatang Clan hoodie back, in October. These are extremely exclusive. You can't buy them. You got to be in the Top D Grand Prix at the end of the month. And the way you get in on that is you have to be in the Final Four. The more times you're in the Final Four, the more chance you have to win. And I'll keep adding hoodies. We've got the Beast Mode all over wrap, Four Loko inspired hoodie, in which whoever wins it, we can put something special on the back. But these are brand new. As always, limited customization options. Strategy is, it's a raffle. More raffle tickets. I mean, you get more stuff. Just checking on whips. Of course, exclamation point class. If you want to sign up and just pay to win, get OP. Grind it out here for free, no problem. Want to do some level skips though? You know what the game is. Slide back into the cradle. Ugh. 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 So we just blocked the arm in, janky, but now we have the blade looking sexy as a focal point. So on the arm, we're just gonna start off wish.com. We're gonna grab this big dry brush, we're gonna grab some white. We're gonna thoroughly dry the white. I use this model right here. We're going to just kind of dry brush off excess. And we're going to get this wish.com right here, baby. Ow. Forgot he had a cyborg face. Grabbing a little bit more black blue. So using semi-opaque, kind of wet paint. Just realized, yeah, that's like a hole in his head. But is there supposed to be a tooth there? Looking at this black side. No. I think we're looking good. Get the box art again. Yep. That's right, Rhea Prey. Skynet became self-aware in August, and now we're painting Orkinator. Let's get a little white mixed in. And we're just going to start jumping around. Putting little highlights. We're just taking the lighter gray and just dropping some casual highlights off. Lower the opacity of the dark blue. We're going to run a glaze down the sides like that. We're sort of paint washing right now. Installing some dark lines back in. Like right here in his arm. I want it to be bright. And then I want it to blur in. Like nice and smooth right here. So I'm semi-opaque and a little wet. Some moisture involved. Using capillary right here. We'll stipple in. It'll be a little darker. Then I want it to shift to the highlight a little bit faster. Right there. Similarly, right here, we're using lower opacity paint. A little bit whiter. A little wetter. I'm gonna sync back up with a little darker mix. Want to get a little whiter. There. Let's see. I feel like I see like a cat hair. Right here. We got it. And I want to get kind of a discernible blur right here. Just using wet, low opacity paint. Let's get a little cylinder line right here. Let's consider some shade right, maybe like right here. Some shadow work right here. Then I want that to move into a highlight. Semi-opaque, a little wet. A little bit right here. See, and we're using the dry brushing we did, kind of just set the foundation. And I'm just kind of taking focal points and flipping them, making sure they look as strong. Let's grab 18-0, high opacity, low moisture, tracer technique. Rotate. And now that, as you can see, Elro Dog, do you see how little time went into the foundation work? And now it's all about these crisp lines. Look at the difference right there. That's what matters. You see? That's what makes it look shiny now. And all I'm doing is like some bi blends, some tri blends, but mostly I'm just selling you on it because I have dramatic dark lines and dramatic bright lines, and it's a color that makes sense. The sword is the only thing using real NMN. High opacity, low moisture. Let's get a tracer. Pure white. Rotate. Rotate. Let's do a little heart pull. Rotate. Run a little tracer along this shelf. Invert. Bottom shelf now. See if we can get these ribs. This is what I campaigned so hard for, was to expose these. I messed up a little bit already. Have to do a little cleanup there. And what we're going to do is just kind of eyeball it like we've been doing. Just get back to, you know, how much dark versus how much light's in the mix to eyeball a patch. Lower the opacity. I'm going to clean up some of my blending and my bad lines right there. My man Wyatt. Simultaneously, though, I'm gonna grab more white. Semi-opaque, kind of wet. Get a little bit more crazy right there. Right there. Right there. Lower the opacity. Let's get a line right here. Let's continue that line right here. There. My man, Dart Jameson. How you doing, brother? Let's get this screw. aka orc nut. Why is this 4 hours put in on the diorama table today? Hell yeah, dude. You can start painting it Monday. Elro, you still there? I'll pass a little moisture, hitting those tracers. Let's invert. What you're going to start noticing is I'm going to start doing less and less outside the prime viewing angle. Let's find like a mid-tone. Let's do a heart pull. A little whiter, a little bit more opaque, a little less moisture. We're on a tracer. Rotate. Rotate. more loaded up. Shout out to Ebron Bear. Thank you for the follow. Jameson, you ever get any mail from me? Invert. I see a little moisture. Invert. I think I'm going to go for a little bit more aggressive heart pull right here. A little bit of moisture. Let's lower the opacity. I'm gonna flare that highlight. On like a secondary line right under it. Rinse that moisture off. Hell yeah, Dark Jameson, I'm happy to hear it. Let's go back in time to the black blue. Or the opacity. Creating like a horizon line. Add a little bit of grade, like kind of let's grade up by adding white back in. Down at the bottom. Idiot in a rampage. My dude.
Might as well get my name up on the board. I am kind of addicted to getting the AI voice go x ged tauporins vpas filling.
Bro, the AI voice slaps, dude. No matter what you type in there, it figures it out. Here's some pure white from my man Idiot. Right there. Wyatt, after Champs Cup, we should chat and get the strategy to get my stream back to its former glory. Yeah, man. Little bit of a heart pull right there. Since this is the focal point here, we're making sure that metal looks correct there, metal looks correct there. Then we're just going to wish.com it kind of everywhere else. A little bit of edge right there. And most of this, you guys saw it. Most of this was just gray with some dry brush. Pimp down. So we're just trying to sculpt up some of these edges. And it's not much different than if you just use like dark silver and bright silver to highlight it. Now on those cups, on his hands, those like cuffs, I want to get some cylinder lines in there. Idiot a Rampage, you legend. Exclamation point, Fall Hoodie is the promo. Dark Jameson, always good to get good mail and not bills. Yeah, boy. Like that, baby. Oh, no.
Hoopin' is for guys. Hoopin' is for gals. Hoopin' is for friends. coupon is for pals.
One of the greatest quotes of the modern era. Spitting true facts from the greatest hoop freestyle in existence. ROBB, MySpace.com. My man Wyatt. Bro, I had LT track him down on like Pinterest and shit. Wyatt. He's out there just slaying. I sent like 5 emails to him, every contact route, begging for him to come out of retirement, do me a freestyle. Or at least let me license the poop rap. I think he's doing, I mean, last transmission looked like he was doing okay, but he's not responding to any DMs, so maybe Meth caught up with him? Let's drag some cylinder action. We're going to do artificial lines right here. We're going to lower the opacity and widen this highlight. We're going to go back to the black blue. Let that chill. Hit it a rampage? I know, man. What I want is just like to get into license. I bet you that dude licensed that shit to me for $50.
From we enter inside, I come through and lift up the vibe. That's just what we bring, we get like. Gonna get this party started all right, all night. Got the rhythm on.
Yeah, let's grab some more of the black blue.
What's next? Just jump to the rhythm and show me two-step. Jump to the rhythm and show me two-step.
Just try to get that cylinder line somewhat classy. Let's go back, high opacity, low moisture, white. So now we got to kind of figure out what's going on up here.
Started for nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You give what you give, I gave it my all, now we in a running.
You know, there's lots of orc like nonsense on here. We still get to paint, so we don't have to overdo this step because we get to hide a lot of this. But I'd like this square right here to look a little better. So it's just white and black blue. I'm trying to just do a nice little transition right there. Want just a little bit more that. Then I want to go back to the black blue. I want to draw a dark line right here. So separate those two sections. Black out the joints a little bit, like those hinges. It's a little bit more visible. A little bit. Let's get some white. And I mean white in the mix. Cylinder line. Cylinder line. Let's get highlight right there. Tracer technique. Here, white, high opacity, low moisture. Yo. See, and I'm framing that best I can. Even when there's not a ledge that I can access, I'm just kind of faking it. If that makes sense. And we're just trying to slowly dial it in. And it's a lot of tracing and a lot of heart pulls. See, we're keeping like the knuckle joints darker. Caddick painting. See, look at all that robot action. And we'll do some weathering too. Like, we're going to get it all looking nice, and then we're going to slap some quirky rust on it. But we have all these little glyphs to paint. Probably paint them red. Got this little face to still detail out. Got about 10 minutes left. And the final 4 entries into the final 4 are how you win the hoodie this month. The more entries, the better. It's like a raffle. I'm just sending highlight on tops of things right now. Not too much rhyme or reason at this moment. Now the things like the face, you just really gotta highlight it. You don't have to do much. Yeah, and these glyphs will look sick. Let me go back in time. Got some of that burgundy still. Now I want to finish highlighting the wrist wraps. Pardon me, the sword wrap. Because we use a little burgundy and black. So now I'm just kind of stippling in a little bit of highlight in there. I'll even take a little white. Just wanted to upgrade that appearance a little bit. And I kind of feel like we can put them on the squig at least as a test fit. So I'm kind of curious about our combinations because it irritates me when I don't get to see what we're working toward for too long. It starts to frustrate me. We put a pin in here. We also put like a little bit of green stuff in there so it stay. It should just come right out. Hell yeah. Let's just clean up this lip right here. I'm gonna glue that motherfucker down. 'Cause that's pretty easy access. I'm just looking for a glue that works. Nope, nope, nope. Bunch of cash glue, baby.
His name is John C.
Templar. Didn't get the promotion I wanted, but I'm gonna get that hoodie. You didn't get the promotion you wanted? What was the promotion you wanted?
Didn't get the promotion I wanted, but gonna get that hoodie.
Oh, you mean like at work? I thought you meant like one of my promos. It's like, oh no. You didn't get your work promotion, but you're gonna get that fucking hoodie? Hell yeah, dude. I get some strongman love in chat from my boy Templar. Oh, oh no. Oh no. I open this glue and it's like spider webbing. Come on, man. Really? So this glue is like semi-cured and useless, and spider webbing almost ruined my cork. Pulled like a dry one. Templar, are you serious? Did that happen? Sorry to hear that, man. Yo, let me get some love in the chat for Red Coat. Bro, no. No. Straight spider web. Trying to lay on my fucking axe. A spider web is super glue. Okay, we're good. Maybe I need to get off these like cheap Chinese super glues. Okay, we're good. We're good. 3 minutes left. Let me get some love in the chat for my man, Red Coat and Recoil. Thank you guys so much. You're in full rage mode now? Where you like, is it one of those situations where like you were promised it and then they fucking lied? Like you see in the movies? Sorry, man. How's that orc look, though, Templar? You vibing? Are you crushing old fashions and smoking 1,000 cigars tonight? Do you think we need to put this gun in his hand? I'm like 50-50. I feel like he's fine. Like he's looking here and he's just like he's getting ready to punch a fool. He's an orc, man. He's about to jump off this motherfucker and slap and just take it to Suplex City. Templar, just straight whiskey. Tea time says no need. Yeah, I agree. I think the pose is like he's like a grappler's pose. Like it looks like he's clenching his fist and getting ready. It's like he's holding this axe sword, but he's like gonna punch you with his fucking robot hand instead. I'm pleased with this. This is one of the best orc models I think I've ever painted. This definitely competes with Gazgo. I think it might be better. Like as far as like an orc kit that's just like slaps, dude, it's fucking awesome to paint and shit like that. It's really low pressure. Do you see how like fast we've gotten this far? This is relatively easy to achieve.
You gotta get swifty in here.
If you follow
It's time to get swifty.
these streams.
Oh, you gotta get swifty. Oh yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
Oh shit, my phone mount just fell. I have like this flexible phone mount arm just flat to the ground. Where's my sacred notebook? Oh, here we go. Oh. That's right, Templar. No gun. Why no boom when can crump? Yo, my man Templar. Everyone needs to pour one out for him tonight. Drink straight whiskey or a Four Loko. Red coat. Man, idiot. And Elro. Jamie Price, exclamation point gear. I have a gear list, including the airbrush I used on it. Let's set up a raid. Is White on? Is that why he swung by earlier to remind me? He spent a year not streaming when he was sick. So someone says he has to remind me when he's on. I don't see him on. Maybe that's what he meant about after Cali Cup. Yeah, not on. Yeah, not on. Spark Minis. Let's hit it. Let's go to Spark Minis. We're setting up a raid right now. Let's bring the length, the girth, and the positivity on over to Spark Minis. Thank you guys for supporting me tonight. Hope to see you guys on Patreon. Taking some classes here soon. Exclamation point class. We're back on a Monday night Raw Dog. I just posted up volumes 1 through 3 on Patreon, or I think 11 a.m. volume 3 of the Orc project that we're working on right now. So we're pretty much in real time. As always, until we meet again, play on, plays.